Malcolm Jamal Warner's journey. A journey that is exciting and also engaging, reflective, inspiring, and enhancing to many of us. However, it's a sad moment that Malcolm lost his life while at, is it a beach side? So hey family, welcome back to the channel Life Saga TV, where we mix culture, class, and a little bit of nostalgia with the whole lot of really talk. So and today, oh yes, we are diving into the journey of a man who has been in our living room since the 80s, the one and the only Malcolm Jamal Warner. Or as many of us first knew him, Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show. So I don't know if you remember him from the Cosby Show or if you remember him at the beach. Welcome people. Remember to subscribe to the channel to support my journey to growth. I told you that my mission is to have at least 500 subscribers by 15th of next month. We are on the journey to success, so travel with me. Now let's rewind in the 80s, shoulder pads, big hair. And here comes this cool, funny, awkward, but smooth teenager named Theo Huxtable, played brilliantly by a young Malcolm Jamal Warner. We laughed, we learned, and we all low-key wanted his room setup, the bunk bed with a couch underneath. So let's get to that spot. If all of you forgot about it, I don't forget about this. Right, there he comes. Do you remember this? These are movies until today when you watch, you're like, oh, this boy, you know? That was him, right? So in the wide-ranging reflective media, actually we see the iconic figure on TV, and we actually remember him, on the Cosby Boy show. A very memorable, personal, intellectual, culturally clear individual who actually visited this video. And when we heard about his drowning, we had to go back to that video. I don't know if you can remember. Let's get something real about this show.
Actor Malcolm Jamal Warner, widely known on raising many of us. His castmate on the show, the resident Morris Chestnut, wrote out saying, heartbroken to hear the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Working alongside him on The Resident was an honor. He brought so much depth, warmth, and wisdom to every scene and every conversation. Tracy Ellis Ross also speaking out saying, I love you, Malcolm. First and foremost, you first met you as Theo, just like the rest of the world, and he was her first TV husband. My heart is so sad for this news. What an actor and a friend. You were warm, gentle, present. Magic Johnson also speaking out that he and his wife Cookie are sad to hear about the passing of their dear friend Malcolm Jamal Warner.
So of course a lot of people who acted with him have come up with a lot of news, like Magic Johnson has dropped some comment. We've seen Tracy Liz Rose. Remember, she acted with him as a wife. And when we look at Magic Johnson also actually has met Malcolm on very many instances. Like they've had conversation on basketball, life, business, yeah, and they really played and prayed as a family, you know. And we also saw a lot from every other person on board talking about Malcolm, you know. So it's an ordeal.
This morning, fans and co-stars are mourning the shocking death of Malcolm Jamal Warner, the actor best known as Theo Huxtable.
Here you can remember him acting out. Do you remember this? So of course he was swept away by the ocean's current, you know, and all that people remember is about his past, actually, these moments.
Favorite among fans. How did you like the real world?
Well, it's a lot tougher than I thought it was. But you know what? So am I.
Warner stopping by today, just before the show wrapped in 1992.
So of course, when he grew up, he changed a little bit. He changed a little bit.
Can never be taken away.
Cosby speaking about Warner overnight, saying he and co-star Felicia Rashad have been remembering Warner.
Malcolm was always embracing relationships with everybody he worked with.
After his early success, Warner kept acting, including alongside Tracy Ellis Ross in Read Between the Lines. On Monday, she wrote, "My heart is so, so sad. You made the world."
Yeah, of course, so many people are saddened by his death, so am I, because this was a talented young man who was both in music, drama, and so much in the world. Remembering Malcolm, Jamal tells you that there's a lot a man can do if given opportunity, if they have resources, and they get to utilize them in the right way. So, guys, it's such a moment that you should take a lot of time to remember this, you know, and actually recollect what he did, what he represented. Hey, the rains are here. A jovial person also into lots of things, and he brightened the many on the, actually playing part of the growth of the Black American acting industry with a typical character that is outstanding. But life sometimes can be unfair. Just at the moment somebody blooms and gets to real deal with life, then that's when death comes, right? So it's actually a very saddening moment. I don't know, the rains are here. I don't know what to do because I've not even hit my minutes. And I'm supposed to hit my minutes here. So guys, we've rewinded into the past life of Malcolm, and you know, let's talk facts. Malcolm wasn't just a cute face with a great comedy and comedic timing. He was a whole teen breaking barriers, showing black boys on TV as smart, lovable, and complicated at the same time. So, life after Theo, the pivot that most child stars never taste or master. Now, here's what things get interesting, because you know how it gets with child stars. Cute 1 minute, forgotten the next, but not Malcolm. He was never forgotten for a minute. He took the fame and said, nah, I'm not just Theo, I'm an artist. He dipped into poetry, music, directing, and kept his acting career solid. From Malcolm and Eddie to read between the lines, and later crushing it on Suits, Sons of Anarchy, and most recently, The Resident. The man evolved, and not in a flashy, tabloid-hungry way either. He took the slow, intentional route that's rare, you know. Now, as the poet, musician, the growth man of energy, from what we've seen, now let's talk about the side that most people miss. Malcolm Jamal, the spoken word poet and musician. Do you know he dropped albums with jazz vibe and some real deep lyrics? He blended social commentary, soul, and spoken word like modern griots. Yeah, honestly, in my thought, this man is what happens when a child star grows up, stays grounded, and actually adds value to culture. And let's not lie, that beard, sir, been giving us wisdom, bribes, and wild love. I'll be getting to some section just to show you some spoken word from him, because outside it's raining. Actually, I want to go in. Yeah. So a black man in Hollywood, quite consistent, with wins, lots of wins. What I respect most about Malcolm Jamal Warner is he didn't need scandals. Most of the people we've seen on screen, they have a lot of scandals. No wide headlines, no thirst traps to stay relevant. He just kept working, kept creating, kept showing up, a whole grown man handling his business. And in an industry that is so competitive, that chooses a lot of black men, I think you know a lot of them, including Didi and is it Chris Brown? And the rest of them who have been put behind bars. You've known them. Now, he was not part of that. He kept showing up, the whole grown man that was handling business and also managing industry at the same time. Yeah. So, what I think is we have a take away from this man, Malcolm Jamal Warner, a proof of the fact that you can stay young, focused, and evolve creatively and still keep your integrity intact. He didn't get lost in the fame. He found himself through it, and for that, he deserves all his flowers. So, if you're an artist, a dreamer, and someone who is just tired, reinvent yourself after the world's boxed you in, take notes from Malcolm Playbook. If you grew up watching Theo and you've been following Malcolm's grown man glow up, drop your favorite memory and moments in the comments. We will be missing that. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cultural deep dives with your girl and your presenter, Prissy. Until next time, be like Malcolm, glow, grow, guard your purpose. Now let's get to have some music from him. I'm going inside and I'm gonna show you that, guys. Risasi ya Mungu. Tunaweza ama itatupiga. Mbwa. Nataka rangi kupiga. Tutaenda tunamana jipanda. Ama ita. Na ni kama inakuja sana, not sure. Kama tunaweza assess like 5 minutes tukiona ipo turn. This was short, isn't it? Ni a documentary tu ya Malcolm Warner, the glowing, growing guy. Wow. Tupa hapo pap.
Oh, mano le get mad.
A poem. This piece is Sante Sana. Nobody got any comrade. What, you still on that freedom shit? Word? Like, yeah, you don't mean this poetry, you still be on that weedum shit. That birthing inspirational couplets and breedom shit. That I spit, cat should heat 'em shit. That words can't break my bones, but if you cut me homes, I bleed 'em. Shit. Atonement for the masses of hard asses and heads that tread on civil liberties in the most uncivilized of fashion is said to be dead. Can we afford to be dumb for free? See, that's the question I'm asking, as I beg for an ounce of truth amongst the aloof surrounding me. My vices are proof that these demons keep hounding me.
So that is what
Reality keeps pounding me, almost astounding me into the strange.
that is part of the spoken word by Walma. Let's get to another music for us. That's the Just at Cabaret series. Just a little bit of that. Maybe I'll have to mute something here.
We wanna be where you are. Anyone here in or ever has been in a long distance relationship? It's crazy, right? So I lived in Vancouver for a couple of years doing a show for Showtime called Jeremiah. That clearly only two people. I inhale kind of deep too when I'm laying by myself trying to fill my lungs with memories of the essence of you. The presence of you? Well, that presents yet another dilemma as I enter your personal space. Which part?
Nimekwambia inakaa, nimetoka nje nikikaa kama it wants to rain. Kumbe tungeepa saa 8:40, saa 9:40. So actually, actor Malcolm Jamal Warner died in a swimming pool in Costa Rica, and there were efforts made to save him. However, he drowned finally and died. May his soul rest in peace. Let's get to hear this from the news.
Savannah, good morning. This is the beach where this shocking incident unfolded over the weekend, and you can see behind me right now, there is a red flag up telling beachgoers to not go in the water, and of course those flags can change with conditions throughout the day, but there's a sign when we pulled up to the beach here that warns people about the risk of the current, about the risk of going in these waters, and of course we now know that for Malcolm-Jamal Warner, going in these waters over the weekend proved to be deadly. A source close to the actor tells us that he was on vacation with his wife and his young daughter when a day at the beach went terribly wrong. This morning, fans and co-stars are mourning the shocking death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the actor best known as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Costa Rican officials say Warner drowned Sunday afternoon in the province of Limon. According to investigators, the 54-year-old was swept away by the sea's current before today about his life after early
You want to kiss first the curve of your calf or the smile on your face, reflecting the love in my eyes, suggesting that the ripple of your nose is love that mirrors the furrow of my brow, which loves how that mole on your chin winks at the diamond in my tongue, which longs to lick your lips as they pucker toward my chuckle as we laugh out this love persistent, this cyclical bath over